There's something magical about recipes from 1957. No boxed mix, no shortcuts, just the smell of butter, sugar, and kitchen that feels like home. This is the kind of cake that sat on Sunday table and lasted all week. So today I'm inviting you into my kitchen to make this timeless recipe, one I've been baking for years, and it's never fails to bring that same cozy homemade feeling. If you were to search for pound cake recipe online, there is 172 million results. But the recipe I'm about to share with you is truly one of a kind. I have shared with you a few screenshots of the reviews I received for this pound cake. I have sold this pound cake on my Etsy store. I have sold it at farmers markets, and it's so easy to make. First, you want to cream your sugar and butter together. Then you add oil, and one by one you add eggs. After everything is mixed together, you want to alternate adding flour and milk. From time to time, I stop my mixer and then I scrape the sides of the bowl with a spatula. Let me share with you a few helpful tips to make sure that your pound cake comes out perfect. You want to make sure that all your ingredients are room temperature. You want your butter to be fairly soft but not melted. This will prevent the curdling effect you get when mixing ingredients at different temperature. Make sure that you sift your flour with baking powder, and that is to prevent any kind of clumps in your dry ingredients. To ensure that my cake does not stick to the sides of the pan, I always spray it with a baking spray that contains flour in the spray, not your average cooking spray. Once you fill the bundt cake with batter, place folded towel or hot pad underneath the pan. Next, tap your bundt cake on the pad a few times, and that will help remove any kind of air bubbles. Also, if the top of your pound cake is browning too fast, but the actual cake is not done yet, cover it with aluminum foil. For me, it's at about an hour mark. I cover it with aluminum foil, and then about maybe 5 minutes before I have to take it out, I'll uncover it and finish baking without it. Y'all, while my pound cake is cooking, look at these two newspapers. One is called Leslie's, the other one called the Saturday Evening Post. One is from March 4th, 1911, and the other one is from June 19th, 1913. So I found this at Goodwill Outlet while we were stationed in Missouri. I actually had it in my Etsy store, was selling it, but nobody was buying it, and it was listed pretty inexpensively. So I decided, you know what? I like them. I feel like this is history right here. They're both over 100 years old, and I thought that I could possibly add it to my table here in the living room, and it will balance it out both sides now. So let me show it to you. There are two things that make this pound cake very different from others. The secret to this old-fashioned pound cake isn't just the flavor, it's that beautiful golden crust on the top. It's crunchy, it's caramelized and slightly crisp, but it gives the way to the most tender, buttery crumb underneath. The second part that what makes this recipe is so unique is that lemon glaze. And it's not really glaze, it's more of a soak because I feel like glaze just kind of sits on top, but this lemon soak gently sips down into the cake and infuses each bite with that bright, fresh lemon flavor, but it's not overpowering. It's the perfect balance of buttery vanilla pound cake with just a hint of lemon, and that extra moisture makes every slice melt in your mouth. And that's exactly what I heard from my customers is that when they eat my pound cake, it just melts in their mouth. Now, let me give you a little tip here. Once I remove my pound cake, I just allow it to sit for about maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and then I flip it on the cooling rack right away. Because if you allow for your pound cake to sit in the pan for too long, the sugar will start hardening, and then your pound cake will stick to the sides of your pan. The pound cake that I showed you, I made it for a neighbor. We live out in the country, but do have people living not too far from us, and we have the most kind, sweetest neighbor who helped my husband to bale hay because our equipment, a hay baler always breaks. So without even asking, he just came over and helped us. So I wanted it as a way to thank him. I made this pound cake for him. I wanted like big fancy pound cake. But what I'm going to show you next is how I ship my pound cakes. With holidays just right around the corner, these pound cakes will make a perfect gift. I use these mini loaf pans to bake my pound cake in, and they're perfect in shipping. I have never had an issue of the pound cake, falling apart in shipping. But it comes out to about 8 little mini pound cakes per one recipe. Earlier, I forgot to mention how I make lemon glaze, so let me share with you now. You add lemon juice, butter, and sugar to a saucepan. Now, you can buy lemon juice from, already in a bottle from a grocery store, but I personally prefer freshly squeezed lemon juice. So once you add everything to a saucepan, you want to cook it on low until all ingredients are melted. Then you want to add about 4 tablespoons of sugar. Once sugar melts and incorporates in the mixture, you want to taste it. And if it's still a little bit too sour, you want to maybe add another tablespoon or two of sugar. When pound cake is still hot, and that's the important part, use a pastry brush and apply glaze to the top and sides of the cake. Make sure to use up all the glaze as it soaks through the hot cake, making it so delicious and moist. You may think for a second, oh, I'm putting it too much, but trust me, it is not going to be too much. It's going to be just the right amount. When I give these pound cakes as a gift locally or when I ship it, I always put them in these baggies. I'll link it in the description what I use. And I heat seal them. This will prolong the shelf life of your baked goods. This is what I use for all my cookies when I gift it or ship it. We had a homecoming at church, which means big, delicious lunch. I decided to make individual pound cakes just the way I sold at the farmer's market. These individual size pound cakes are perfect for big gatherings. Some people may just want 1 pound cake, others may want 2 or 3, and they're about 2 to 3 bites. So that way you don't have to cut your pound cake and not knowing how big of a slice is. And this recipe makes a lot of those miniature pound cakes. I have 12 molds, so it took me forever to bake all these pound cakes. When I sold these pound cakes at the farmer's market, I had about 48 molds, so it made this process to go way quicker. But somewhere during military moves, I lost most of them, so I don't really use these forms quite as often. But they do make the cutest individually sized pound cakes. People always describe these pound cakes as buttery with a crisp golden bottom, soft and airy on the inside, and just a touch of lemon that makes the whole thing taste bright and fresh. From a dessert-filled church table to a quiet evening by the fire, it was a cozy kind of day. The pound cake was a hit, the weather turned gray, and life slowed down just enough for us to enjoy being home. That's the beauty of a country living. That's all for today's page. See you in the next chapter.